Do you think sex should be paid for?
Yes. People don't value things that they don't pay for. It's a consensual act. You just need to be paid for it.
So basically, you're saying that it has to be money.
Yeah.
For me, I think that even in relationships, sex is like the cherry on the cake.
Do you think that it's okay to call anybody babe?
I feel like for names, you can call anybody anything.
Guys, they feel like when they say babe or baby, that way they are
There should be a level of connection, right?
Yes. Just because you took her out doesn't mean that she's your babe. Her real husband can be there. But you just don't want her to even talk to her real husband. You just want to take advantage of her. Is it okay if your friend decides to date your ex without telling you?
I don't think it's okay for you to go out with someone that your friend has previously dated. Your friend has already broken up with him, which makes it okay for you to be with him. But if you consider the entire relationship you have with your friend, I don't think you should give room for him to talk to you enough for you guys to develop feelings for yourselves.
Your feelings are your feelings. You people are broken up. I don't understand. The person is supposed to move on and date other people. The only reason you're upset is because you still have feelings for your ex. That's why you're bothered about who your ex is now dating.
I think this is exactly what happened with Papaya X and Miriam.
This is not just your regular podcast. You know, the typical ones that's all about gender wars? Nah, none of that. This is really about the generations. Speaking about the millennials, and I am Pearl Cardi holding it down for us.
And I'm Kelvin holding it down for the Gen Z.
You already know. And this is Just My POV.
So lately there's been like lots of controversies surrounding like people having sex, getting paid for it, and all of that. So I was only wondering, do you think sex should be paid for?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And I know that a lot of people will be like, go crazy and be like, hey, Perla started, but I'll explain to you why.
Okay.
So usually people don't value things that they don't pay for. People only value what they pay for, either if it's in kind or work hours or even monetary. It doesn't necessarily have to be like funds, like money, just pay me money for the sex. No, sometimes it can also be like commitment, it can be love, it can be loyalty, it can be any of these. But regardless of what you choose as your payment, you just need to be paid for it. And it is not because it's not a consensual act. I understand the fact that a lot of guys will be like, but they're enjoying it. I get it.
Right.
But whoever initiates it needs to be able to pay in some sort of way.
So basically you're saying that you're not necessarily saying that it has to be money, right?
Yeah.
Meaning that whoever you're getting laid with needs to earn it.
Exactly.
That's the point.
point.
I actually agree with you on that one, because for me, I think that even in relationships, sex is like the cherry on the cake, right? You need to have put in the work. You must have done like everything that you have to do. Like, go through all of the normal due processes to win this person's heart. And then you guys can eventually tick that box. And if you are thinking that you're going to jump, like you randomly meet somebody today, you want to sleep with the babe, uncle, bring out your money, because I feel like you see that sex, you're supposed to earn it. If you're not going to put in the work, you should be able to pay the money.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So the thing about it also, like when we started this conversation, when I was like, oh, people don't like to value what they don't pay for, especially guys. Especially guys.
True.
They need to be able to work for it for them to enjoy it. That's
And
why
the
they
sex
chase.
is to suit them.
Yeah, that's why they chase. And they're the ones that will initiate the sex.
Actually,
They will chase you so that they will end, so that when they now get you, they can now enjoy you. It's like a meal. It's like cooking the meal. Going to the market, washing it, getting it ready, preparing it, all those things, put together is part of the payment that I'm trying to say. You need to give something to be able to get something. But then
that's fair.
Yeah. But then this now brings me to the question, which is like, I don't know, how do you
Tell me.
Yeah, I know, right? How do you classify it in the sense that, you know how a lot of people always call people babe.
Yeah.
And I know that it's quite random, and I also find it quite rude to call somebody a babe rather, not a
Yeah.
babe. To call somebody babe or baby when you don't have like a romantic relationship or like a sexual
Yeah.
relationship with the person. But then I find that a lot of guys especially, feel free to just be saying I'm my babe, or I come
No,
out
my
with the
babe.
babe,
Yeah.
so that other people will not now talk to the babe.
Yeah.
And then he now has access to her even sexually without putting in the work. Like, do you think that it's okay to call babe anybody,
Someone
guy and
babe.
girl, or like they need to like go through like a process?
So with names, I feel like for names you can call anybody anything, but it depends on the context, right? For example, now you're a guy, you know that sorry, you know that your aim of talking to this girl in the first place is because you're going towards like something sexual or romantic,
Always.
and you know you people have not even gotten to that point. Then you think you are so fast,
No,
you're
so
so
the
sharp.
thing-
You now say babe, wrong.
So the
Right?
thing about guys, wait, I need
Yeah.
to, because I get what you're saying.
Mhm.
But then the thing with them is, in order to be able to quickly get to that place where the
Yeah,
sex
they need
is
to say the
convenient,
babe.
because girls were very soft and we're emotional. So
Yeah.
if you don't tune us, it's kind of like a radio. If you don't tune us, flirt with us, buy us gifts or send us money, it
Yeah, you
doesn't
wouldn't
come
have
out.
that
Yeah, you wouldn't
soft-
have all the all the
Yeah.
femininity that you need.
Yeah.
So for the guys, they feel like when they say babe or baby, that way they are
There should
already
be a level of
tuning.
connection.
Yeah, you're already
right.
getting into
Yeah, I
the.
think it's okay
it
for
fair
him
because
to
you're a
like
guy?
gradually say it. It's okay for him to like gradually say it, because you see this babe of a thing is something you can easily call anyone, right? Because best friends will like call themselves like, hey, how far babe, or like guy.
Wait,
Do
are you
understand?
talking about girl on girl? Girls,
We're talking
girls,
about girl on girl,
but
girl
girls-
on guy too.
hang
you
on,
know?
but girls can call each other babe because we're
Yeah.
babes. It's like guys calling each other guys.
So me personally, I refer to my female friends as guy, not babe. And that's a way you like make it clear that there's nothing sexual going on between you and the person. I feel like for babe on its own, in as much as you can call anyone that name, is a little deeper than just, I mean, if we're looking at the meaning of babe, it's before anybody else, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
So
that's a Gen Z version
how
of what
is-
baby
no,
is.
because for real, why would you now see such a person? Then why?
So-
It
so-
doesn't make sense.
So the thing is, this babe issue,
Yeah,
it's quite uncomfortable for a babe that is not trying to be your babe when you are calling her that.
yeah, it's uncomfortable.
And just because you took her out for one dinner or one club night doesn't mean that she's your babe. Where because you're the one that invited her to that place, you now start to be covering her and be doing her say,
Yeah, he's
nah, my
marking his
babe,
territory,
nah, my
nah,
babe,
him babe
so that
now.
no other person will talk to her. But it's not like you want to marry her. Her real husband can be there. But you just don't want her to even talk to her real husband. You just want to take advantage of her.
Interesting.
Yeah, I
My
know,
God.
right?
Yeah. It does
But
not
it's
make
facts.
sense.
It doesn't. You know that you don't love her. You know that you're not trying.
You're just
to
trying to sleep
take care
with
of
her.
her. You're
not
just trying to
necessarily
sleep with
even
her for
trying
that
to date
night.
her,
Exactly.
honestly. And then
You're-
every guy on the table, you
you're
now refer to
chasing
her as
them.
babe.
No, that's
which
not. That's
really
weird.
reduces her chances.
That is so weird. I don't know why guys do it, but maybe
Not
because they
very
feel that
cute.
they are about to spend one kind of money.
No,
Don't
but there are
worry.
some
Don't invite
girls.
her.
There are
Leave
some
her
girls,
alone.
though. There are actually some girls who are pick me girls. Now I'm saying this because I know one particular person, right? Not like I'm trying to say it happened with me, but this girl in particular used to be a friend, right? And she called me on the phone and she's like, "Oh, how far, Kelvin? So I'm at my guy's house. Now I'm her friend enough to know that she's single, right? But the guy in the background is like, And then she called me the day after and she's like, "Oh, guy, do you know that that guy that I told you that I was in his house, he told me that I really have to take things slow, that I'm going too fast and stuff." So in as much as guys do these things, there are also girls who really love you so much and want to be with you too bad, and then they call you babe. So in conclusion, anybody who is trying to do pass himself, they call you babe at times when it's not appropriate.
So let's just know that generally speaking,
Yeah.
calling people babe or baby is inappropriate, except you guys have had that conversation, because you'll be shocking the babe and you'll be shocking the guy as well.
Yeah.
And the one, like, I really need to just retouch on that aspect, or just because you took her out to dinner and you're trying to get with her, doesn't mean that you have to tell everybody in that place that she's your babe.
She's just a friend.
And you're just trying to get to know her. After that day, if you guys don't work out, she'll probably not come out for a second date.
Even give your number out.
Yeah. So like, what is that?
It's not cute. But then they want you to introduce you to their friend, to your friends. Like you tag your friend, they have like 3 of her posts. Enter her DM. Hey, beautiful. Fast. Beautiful, it's so wrong. And then they don't want to introduce you to their friends.
Yes.
Who like you and might even date
genuinely
you.
Love
might actually
you,
date you.
To want
and
to
they are not
settle
trying
down
to
with
date you. Very wrong.
No.
Very,
that
very
part,
wrong.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
And I needed to talk about this.
It's important.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Bruh. Like, that now brings me to the next topic.
Yeah.
And this is a very delicate one because I know that everyone has like their own emotions on how they get over breakups and relationships and stuff like that. So is it okay if your friend decides to date your ex without telling you? And this is after a couple years, or maybe you guys have broken up for a while. I'm just saying.
Right.
And this is adulthood. This is not child puppy love.
Yeah.
So when you
start dating, okay, so I will say this from from an inside perspective.
I bet Kelvin
right?
does not like that.
Because
say the
personally, I feel like because of the relationship you have with your friend, I don't think it's okay for you to go out with someone that your friend has previously dated. And this is not because it's wrong. This is because, like, for me, I like to weigh the relationship I have with someone, and like, I don't want anything to tamper with it. I mean, you could love any other person. Do you understand? Just not. I mean, I don't think you should even give room for the guy to even start talking to you. It's okay for you guys to be friends.
I don't know about that.
Get me, oh. I'm not saying it's wrong.
I hear
it's not
you,
wrong.
But
you can love anybody. After all, if you met him before her, you would have dated him, right?
Not before.
And your friend has already broken up with him, which makes it okay for you to be with him. But if you consider the love you have for your friend, the respect you have for your friend, and just the entire relationship you have with your friend, I don't think you should give room for him to talk to you enough for you guys to develop feelings for yourselves.
What? I disagree.
That's my take on it.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but I disagree. And this is why I said in adulthood, it's very important to understand that your feelings are your feelings, regardless of whether is your friend's friend or your neighbor or your whatever, as long as it's not like family, like incest, siblings and cousins, first of all. Now, secondly, your friend who had a relationship with this person that has now broken up, you people are broken up. I don't understand. The person is supposed to move on and date other people. Whoever the other person is none of your business. Truth be told, it shouldn't affect you. It's not because you've moved on, so to speak. But I feel like most of the people who get very upset about their friends dating their ex still have feelings for their ex. The only reason, they only have feelings. The only reason you're upset is because you still have feelings for your ex. That's why you're bothered about who your ex is now dating.
I think this is exactly what happened with Papaya X and Miriam.
Oh, really?
So they had a fight, and according to the story, so it's like very patchy because I didn't really go down to find out what happened. But
so why
according to them, Miriam started going out with Papaya's ex. And then Miriam started cussing her out. Like, it was a full-on trend on TikTok.
So why was the new girlfriend cussing out the previous
Because
girlfriend?
Papaya called Miriam out for going out
right.
with her ex-boyfriend. And then Miriam says, he wasn't even your ex-boyfriend. Of course, you guys had a thing or two, but it's not like you guys were committed per se. So it's that kind of thing. And they are no longer friends, by the way.
Yeah, obviously. Like, since one is still in love with the other. But then the only thing that I must say about the idea of dating your friend's ex is you kind of need to talk about it. Honestly.
True
And the
name.
only reason you're talking to your friend about it is only because of the respect you have for your friend.
Not because you owe them that.
Yeah, not because you owe them that explanation. You
I
know
feel
me,
you.
I don't really like
Yeah.
all that fakery and all that pretense is not really my thing. I'm a very straightforward type of person.
Yeah.
So if like for the respect that I have for my friend, I will tell you, oh, by the way, I met this person, we've been talking, and yeah, and it's not, and I think that, you know, it's not because I'm trying to say, should I? No, that's none of you.
Yeah.
So you can either get with it or decide
Or
what you
fuck
want,
off.
or just decide what you want to do
For
with
real.
yourself.
Because relationship can be cute, especially when the world thinks it's not meant to be.
Besides,
It's
always so nice. It's like ASAP
what?
and Rihanna. Like, come on.
Honestly,
what
like,
are you
all
saying?
those obstacles means that
It's like-
this is supposed to
Another
work.
thing too about all these type of things is God can bring that guy closer to your circle because of you, but it is from your friend.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be a good thing.
And sometimes some relationships don't work. It could even be that your friend is the problem in the previous relationship. That's why it's spoiled. He could actually be a good guy, you know?
Yeah.
And the relationship might not have worked for them, but will work for you.
So so that's what I mean. So
Truly, I feel
free
you.
that gist. So if you like,
that's fair. You know me, I'm a
like,
sentimental person.
you can continue with
so-
that idea, but personally, I just feel like it should be a conversation, and that's that. Other than the conversation, I'm not asking for your opinion. I'm not trying to be afraid of you or none of that.
That's fair.
My relationship is personal, and it's not supposed to be even your business.
Yeah, it's not supposed to.
Like,
Why is it paying you?
no, it's not
Because
paying
you are
me.
the new person chopping the money.
No, but it's
Think
not
about
paying me.
it. No, I mean the friend. Like, why is he paying her?
Yeah. I think that the only reason it hurts, Sha, is if you still have feelings. And if you still have feelings for your ex, I don't think that your friend should even be speaking to the guy in that manner. No.
But nobody will know because
That's
you know
not
most
fair.
friends like to lie. That I beg, let him fuck off.
That's on them.
Like he snoozed that he's lost. You know, all the type of thing. People don't like to admit that they are the ones.
That's
who,
on them though,
you
but
know?
I don't really think that really happens in that's why I said in adulthood.
Yeah.
In adulthood, when you are liking the person, you are liking the person. Every time you see the guy, I mean, even when you watch movies, when there are some girls that see the ex, they're like, oh my God. And then the
They're
friends
very
know,
nervous.
they are very straightforward about it. I don't think that matters of the heart or like your emotions are things that you should be playing with at all. If you decide to play with it, whatever you see, collect it with your full chest.
Though. And if you love somebody, hold the person. If the person dump you, beg.
I didn't
Because
say that.
to get back, no. You don't need to love.
I didn't say that.
You don't need to love somebody.
I don't know.
Who will you love again? If you know that it's going to take you 10 years to heal, beg that bobo. Beg her.
I don't know about that because
Beg this person.
See
Some people
what
never heal.
See the issues I have with begging a man.
Right.
A man doesn't like it when you're begging him. That's the truth.
True.
When you start to beg him, you start to look sloppy. You start to look like worthless. Like you don't even know your own worth.
They like to work hard to keep
why
you.
should he see your own worth? So I'm not about women begging men, but you can. I mean, if it's a marriage, if it's the union, that you know that there are more other things involved that is much more than only your feelings. Yeah. You can have that conversation. Or begging is not really my vibe.
My dear, back to what I said. If you like someone, you like this person, especially when you know that you're the one who faulted. Beg.
Yeah. If you're wrong, apologize.
Beg. They dump you, beg again.
I don't know.
They beg you. Then stay for 1 week.
I'm not down for
or
that.
2 weeks. If you realize that you know that you're not healing anytime soon, beg again.
Oh, so this is you.
Keep begging. No, because you know why?
So you're like
you
this.
know that. No, I'm for real because I'm a very emotional person, and if I like you, it's almost impossible for me to unlike you.
Okay.
Not even your bad habits.
So wait, I just want to ask you something. Since we're talking about begging, how many times do you apologize when you do something wrong? So you now know that when he's talking,
let's calm down.
half of it not lie.
Okay,
just
so
they know.
That doesn't change that. That doesn't change that. You know, I'm not someone who really projects my vulnerability, right? I wish I did.
Point. Beg.
No, I wish I did.
You said beg.
But it doesn't change that for every second I go without talking to whoever it is, I feel it.
even the person,
feel it the
even
most.
the
So,
person that was offended still feels it. Everybody feels it.
So-
But how many times do you actually beg, bro?
I don't really beg, but I'm advising you beg. Oh.
I
Beg
beg.
this beg because you have to swallow it the way I've been swallowing it. Like, moving forward, I want to learn how to beg. I want to learn how to keep begging because that's so far I will suffer it alone.
I'm not.
And I don't know how to replace people.
Well, you guys already know where I stand. I'm not about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I
So
can apologize. I agree. I can apologize.
God.
I can, try to take the necessary steps
Yeah.
to adjust things and make things right. But I don't subscribe to the idea of begging anybody in the first place. And then how much more? Now, man, we already, he won't do you like, say, what's wrong with this girl? She doesn't know nothing.
He will now spoil you when your bed
he will
reach.
now.
Nothing. It's going to be given
So, I don't
minimal
know.
effort moving forward.
So
truly.
so I'm not really down for that. Okay. Well, we've been talking for the last couple minutes, and I hope that you guys have been able to pick a thing or two out of this week's episode.
Right.
Ibube said that you should beg and beg and beg.
Keep begging.
I said no, do not. Explain yourself and keep it moving.
Actually.
Yeah. Until next time, guys. Mwah.